Hi, this is Marco. In this episode, we're going to talk about some enhanced data features for working on roads and heavy highway. There's a lot that goes into a project, and there are elements that if you really watch them at the beginning, they're going to make life a lot easier for you. So watch the videos, certainly ask questions if you have them. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed putting this together. There's a lot of good information in here. So without any further wait, I will get to the videos, so click on them and enjoy. Thanks. Now what I want to do here is talk about alignments and their effect on the overall job. And there's really no better way to do it than to look at a highway job like this where there's multiple center lines because we have the main center line, which is a median center line, and then we have alternate center lines, which are the driving lane center lines that are related to this main center line, but the stationing is all running off of this. Now, this is a sample job, so I don't know it real well, but there's some interesting things with this that I noticed. You'll see here that we've got some multiple typicals because these plans, if you may remember, had a lot of different typicals. So this is a good way to kind of pick up and remember what typical section gets used in what area, because it can get confusing pretty fast. So I like to see that. These are pretty straightforward, and when I get back to talking about these parameters, you'll see that all we really had to do was enter some basic information. The gray is calculated, and the or is the gray is changeable in this case, and this the blue is changeable. The gray is calculated, so you can kind of get an idea of what flexibility you have with these different coordinates. Now here I can't change my stationing right points because I've given it a length and a bearing and distance. So I'm committed to those, but with curve information, some of those can change, and you know, this can either really help you or sometimes make you miserable. We've got some basic vertical curves here, nothing too exciting. It wasn't really that crazy. I want to look at let's see, I want to check this ramp out here and talk about this ramp as it pertains to its interaction with the highway, because it is kind of neat. Let's see, I think this is K here. So you'll see that ramp K comes in here, and I'm working along at this section. So you'll see I'm kind of out. Let me move this up a little bit. So moving up station, we can see now we're getting this ramp to rotate, and it's rotating about this point here. As you can see, my cursor moved to that, and I'll come over here where we are at this moment and kind of look and see what happens. And another unique thing is the generation of the surface when it gets to here. When it starts to move and rotate, you'll see that the cross-section lines generated by the program get a lot closer, and you'll see that smooth transition. This is one of those prime reasons why I talk about using templates to produce roadways, especially here where you can't control what you're asking it to do. This is something the software is doing based on what it feels is rate of change and information in the algorithms. Now, they're correct, but they're correct when you do a template-based road project. So this information gets real critical when I turn around and produce a surface, which is basically going to be used for grading, but most importantly, that template and alignment-driven information, I'm calling it a surface, but it's generated from templates and sections, is correct, and it rolls up and back correctly when you get into a super like this to make your life a lot easier. So always watch these things and make sure that when you're doing these, you are generating something pretty decent that looks right, that performs well, and most importantly, it has the information that the software vendors wanted it to have when they built it, because that information, when it goes into the field, is going to give you these smooth transitions like this and make this job not only perform well, but it's going to go in an awful lot quicker. Thanks again. As usual, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I appreciate it. Thanks.